right? If we have a Discord channel here that shows, what legendary you're looking for. You're looking for plate boots, or you're looking for the ring, or you're looking for, cloth back piece, okay? If we can all put down what legendary we're looking for there, we could easily, I mean, we have so many mats and so many people in the guild farming, we could quickly just get rank 4s and start handing them out for free. I know that 20,000 gold is not a huge thing for most people. I know that a lot of people can pay, 20,000 to 50,000 gold, but if we can suddenly find, 10 people want leather bracers, whatever it is, oh, great. Why don't we just, pull it up on one guy with their leather working and do that. So that's something that I think that could be so easy that we could, just as long as we have awareness throughout the whole guild, we could easily do that. Let's see. I'm going to go through everything first, and we'll talk about it after. A lot of people like to do some old content progression, old content raids, and old content guild achievements. I have one or two people say that they want to run that, but as they have brought up to me and to other people, that's going to take a lot of communication, because we need close 35 to 40 people to run those, to get those achievements. So we could talk about that as well. Even though I hate doing transmogs or mount runs, those achievements would be pretty cool. So let's, that's old content, whatever. Another thing that we want to be going over is I want to find a way to figure out who in this guild still needs to learn the Mythic Zero fights. Who is it in this guild who doesn't know every single Mythic dungeon fight yet? So how can we do that? So I'd like to maybe put in place some officers for Mythic Zeros, for LFR, and then hopefully for normal raid. And then if all else fails, we could at least have people who can do heroic dungeons to help these newer people at least get into dungeons and see the basic heroic fight. So hopefully we'll find a few people for putting together Mythic Zeros who are knowledgeable, who don't mind taking the time out of their day to, take somebody through their first time and explain, it doesn't have to be 2 hours long, but as long as you can explain, pretty much the mechanics, and you can make it easy and people are having fun and it's a good time, and, I would like to do that. So I'm going to check my little list here. Oh, the other thing that I want to go over is, sorry I'm yelling, is guild rankings. I know that I love our guild rankings because I made it up and I think I'm cool, but I don't think anybody else in the guild knows, where my rankings have come from. I think maybe one other person in the guild knows that my rankings have come from Warcraft 3, and I chose the Night Elf race, and I just went down the line of units, and I just made up cool names. I mean, of course, they're also female names, but I'd love to find new guild ranking names. Maybe we put together a text channel real quick and we say, who's got good ideas for guild ranking names, and hopefully in the next 2 weeks we can find, guild rankings that isn't like peasant, veteran, officer, and guild master. I think that I try to make it fun. Yeah, so hopefully we can figure out, something cool that everybody likes. And I mean, I prefer for it to be female based, because generally speaking, every single other guild that I've ever joined has always been male based names, or similar, but it doesn't have to be that way. So hopefully we can get some good ideas in there for that. And then we also want to be looking at almost like, I don't know how to say this properly, a Discord officer, somebody who can be looking at the Discord and be saying, hey, either bring it up in an officer chat that we have a separate officer chat, or we can say, hey, looks like, you guys are getting too mad at, a little bit mad at each other. Why don't we cool it down? Or, otherwise, just to make sure that, as we found out recently, I'm not really reading every single post on the Discord. Mainly, I'm just in-game crafting gear for people and doing whatever else in-game, and I'm not looking at the Discord necessarily. I don't ever think that there's going to be drama in the Discord, so I don't think I really have to go through every single message and read it. But you know, if somebody is going to be paying attention to the Discord, I mean, if you're at work and just reading the Discord all day, whatever, you just love reading the Discord. I don't know. Um, it's not necessarily Discord police. It'd be something more like, hey, it looks like words were thrown between Scott and Timmy, and I just want to make sure they're okay. Well, as long as you can say that to an officer, or the Discord policeman is looking at the Discord, they can bring that up in an officer chat. I can read it, and I can at least say, hey, Timmy, hey, Scott, what's going on? You guys okay? Hopefully you guys aren't mad at each other. Hopefully you guys can calm down, and hopefully we can get through this with words and nobody leaves guild. So that would be also something that I'd like to be looking at. Um, so, general summary is I'd like to, find some officers here who have specific roles, because we are getting to be a bigger guild, and then I'd like to, I'd like to promote officers. In the next 2 weeks, we're going to be thinking about it, talking about it, figuring out who's going to do it. Most likely, we'll be able to figure it all out tonight in the next 20 minutes, whatever it takes. And then I'd like to be able to make another rank right below the officer that is something similar to an enforcer, who our enforcer, let's say, will help the officer out. Where you can go to an officer online and say, I need to learn the mythic dungeon fight for Plaguefall. But if an officer is not online, you could always go to an enforcer. If that makes sense in terms of how that goes. So, and I'm pretty sure that's about everything. Yeah, we want to figure out, if there is an issue, who can you go to? Well, you can always message Missil in Discord. I know that everybody knows that, but if I'm not there or I'm not paying attention, who else can you go to? Things like that. Let me just double check my list here. Oh, and I'd also like to figure out, I tried to do this recently to figure out what days people can raid. And, we had a little bit of a guild discussion about what days are good. And then what I did was I just pretty much put a guild raid out for every single night of the week to see which night was pumping. And it looks like so far, Friday night and Saturday night, and sometimes even Sunday night, are like the three most, pumping, nights with enough people to show up. I know that myself, Bonebeard, and Nod Knight, not Artemis, whatever Nod, we like to do our raids during the day. So if anybody wants to join us during the day, we will probably raid anywhere from 10 a.m. Eastern till noon Eastern. So I want to find out a nice way to say, hey, it looks like Nod, Bone, and Missil are going to be doing a raid this week during the day on Tuesday and Wednesday. How can we get awareness for anybody who can play during the day to show up for that? And then how can we make a raid that, everybody can show up on the weekend or just a common day? So I also want to be getting out, trying to figure out what's the common day here. So I also think that we need to make another Discord channel or two. People have been trying to talk to me about making a Discord channel strictly for the Guildmaster to be posting things where nobody else can post. And then hopefully after today, once we get a few more officers with actual officer rankings and special, this is what you're supposed to do as an officer, we should have an officer chat as well. So that should be everything. Did I miss anything? I think I made a recording of most of it, so I'll post I'll post the recording somewhere so you can see what you missed. Don't worry. Yeah. That was the whole. That was everything. I literally just finished. What, did you just show up? All right, so now let's try and figure out. No unmuting your mics now. This is a Tyranny. Just joking. But I do want to find out who is interested in doing officer positions, who is interested, who is able to do things. Okay, I'd like to be able to say, Verdi, I know that you'd be great at cleaning trash at the end of every Friday, so we're gonna, you'd be perfect for that. Would you like to? That would probably be, the best way to do things. But I'd like to, instead of nominating people who I think would be good, that was a joke or an example. It was just an example. I'd like to not nominate people who I think would be good at things. I'd like to hear other people who, hey, I think I could be great at figuring out, who needs legendary gear and what it's going to be. So let's talk about it really quick. Hopefully I'm going to take some notes right now. We'll figure out, who's up to doing what. And then I'm probably not going to promote you at the end of tonight. I'm probably going to take a day or two, at least, I think, and fix and sort and make a list and figure out, okay, these guys are perfect, and then who can we get to support them as the enforcers, and so on. Oh, okay, Balder would be great at this, who can we also get to support him? Okay, now we have Balder and 2 other people who are ready and capable. Let's give them the officer ranking and enforcer ranking. So, I should probably make a list of what potential officers that I like to hopefully get. But that was it. You guys can unmute your mics. You guys want to talk? Or should I end the meeting and just have it with that? Yeah, thank you. Cheap swinging what? Oh, right. No, no officer for that. What's up? Was that Resix? What's up? What's up at Resix? Ooh, yes. Right. Awesome. I'm taking notes now. So you've got. Yes, that's awesome. Okay. Totally. All right. Got it. Got you down for a week. Got you down for weekends only, Virgil. All right. What else we got? Anybody else for things that just stick out? Yep, we will. We'll figure it out. I still want to see who is up for doing things, and then take it from there. Who was that? What's up? What's up, Penny? Got it. Awesome. The more I put this list together, the better we'll have for figuring out who's going to be great at doing what and how to take it down. So, for sure. Okay. Anybody else that we can... Anything that sticks out as like, damn, I think I'd be fucking perfect at, kicking people's butts. Guild only fans. It had to be for 2... Toon character. Okay. Good suggestion. I'll put that down in the notes. Okay, what else we got here? Guild bartender if it was necessary if we have a good okay. I'll put those down in the notes. Alludes. Yep. Satu. Sure. But what are you speaking about specifically with the you want to nominate people who you think would be good for officers? That's what you're saying? Jesus Christ. hmm Yeah, we had a channel for that. We had a channel for that. Could have been using it for the past. I prefer that. I think it's awesome. It doesn't have to be that way. We don't have to keep it that way. But for officers, I think it's a cool thing. No, it's great. It's great to have Crowley come to me and say, "Hey, um, I have OCD, and it feels like, you know, if you guys, you know what, the best way to contact me is through a Discord message or an in-game message. I'm always gonna see my Discord message. I'm always gonna see my in-game message. If I'm gonna be looking at the post from 2 p.m. on Thursday, I'm in the general chat. I'm gonna say, just tell me what the post is, because I don't know what I didn't read it. So if yeah, and we figure that out, throughout the course of time. So if you have something like a suggestion or something's going wrong or you need help with anything, please just Discord message Missil. I will see that immediately. I'm always looking at my Discord messages. They are open almost all day long. But my my anything else, my general chat, my vent, my fun chat is not get. I don't. I'm usually have music up on the side, or it's just I'm not reading it. And I'm normally trying to manage or get together teams and stuff in game, so I'm not necessarily reading the general or the fun chat of how Scorny had a bat in her backyard and she thought that it looked so pretty, which was an amazing post and I thought it was great, but at the same time I'm just not all over it. So please send me a message in Discord when if you have any suggestions as well. I mean, Crowley suggested that we should clean up the guild bank, and it was done within 3 minutes of him suggesting it. Crowley also suggested to me that we need to, yeah, that we need to clean the guild Discord with all the text channels and everything. And within 10 minutes of him bringing that up with me, we took care of it. So it's not like, well, it took 4 hours, but within the first 10 minutes of doing it, within the first 10 minutes of you bringing it up, we took it down. So I just made an officer nomination text channel. Okay, we'll keep this up for now. If you have somebody, don't just say I think Benny is dope. Vote for her. Please say something like, you know, Arisa has really helped, get together groups and been a part of groups, and it was really great, and she's very nice to everybody. Try and say something more than, I think Cinder is awesome. Please do him for officer. So please, no, please do him as your next officer. Is what I'm trying to say. That's mm-hmm. But so and you can always message me right now too. As well, I've had a few people whisper to me and be like, "I don't want to speak in the Discord. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna whisper you. I think I'd be great at scrubbing the deck." Just joking. Nobody said that, but if you want to message me in game or somewhere else. Okay, awesome. We had a great amount of people bring up, what they think they'd be good at. If there's anybody else right now, really quick, before we move on to the next topic, who thinks that they'd just be great at anything that I brought up in the meeting discussion, say it now. Or message me or whisper me, whatever it is. Yeah. Yes. We'll make you the officer of new people coming in. You have to say hi to everybody. You can be our doorman, Balder. I didn't. Oh, that sounds. Yeah. That was more of a gag joke, but we can try to work on. Um, oh goodness! Now we have. Oh yeah, we should have an officer of children. Sorry. Oh, very cute. Yes. Okay. Next. Too funny. All right, now that we've had everybody come up with their great, everybody's put into what they would be best at. I think, would be amazing. I think it'd be almost like we could make a YouTube channel. It'd be so effing funny. If we could have two or three girls. Tell me if I'm dumb here. This is dumb. If we had two or three girls who took care of, or ladies, women, however you like to be called, who would take care of looking for guild recruiting. I think it'd be awesome to have two people who I could always say, okay, look, we got 10 more recruits put into the looking for guild. Missil will show up in the chat, and then we will interview each person one by one. I don't know, or all 10 at once. I would just want to sit there, not say a word. I'd be like, okay, this is the interview. Good luck, go. And then, because uh, sure, sure. Right, some of you have jobs. What was that, Zen, that you said? Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, I don't mind doing it all on my own, but the whole point of this, the whole point of this meeting was to help other people be involved and do stuff. So, oh, you got it. Yeah, maybe we'll do a website one day. Yeah. Ooh, shit. Let's do it. All right. Yes. Oh, we'll have to put in some money to buy a domain. I'm just joking. Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Yep, you're right. Thanks for coming by. Bye bye. So whatever. I'll keep hitting up a few people. I'll try and just grab like one or two people once we start doing looking for guild and we go into the group finder. I'll try and grab just one or two people who can come by and interview and grill some freshman or new person. Yeah, it could be fun. I'm dead serious. We could make a whole YouTube channel off of every interview that we ever do, because it would just, we're such a good time. Pretty much everybody here is funny, in their own way, usually. Um, so we'll figure that out. If anybody is interested in specifically posting for Facebook recruit messages, I know that I do a 17-page Facebook recruit message, and I think it would help if maybe we had that really genuine 17-page guild recruitment message on top of maybe one or two other people who have a small, short, hopefully one paragraph or less guild recruitment on the Facebook page. It could be cool, you know. I always feel like an idiot when I'm the only one who's posting in Facebook and everybody's looking at me like, okay, he's just some weird lonely guy who doesn't have any friends. I don't think I want to join his guild. Nobody even like maybe two of his guildies were like, yeah, liked his post, but he's the only one recruiting for his whole guild. It just looks so not right for me. The old classic. Yeah, it's true. That's why I'm thinking like two or three people, me and two others, you know. Maybe I'll make a post where I don't put the guild name so nobody knows, and then you make your post with our guild name in it. You know what I mean? So we could kind of like be a little bit scandalous, but also successful, having two or three people post, but not 17. Scandal yet successful. So hopefully we'll find, and of course I'm making the recording of this, so and then I'll probably do a little write up summary also, so we can anybody who did not attend the meeting who's interested in these things, you know. Um, hmm, mhm. The Facebook side normally, like how I was invited to the Facebook group. Generally speaking, I believe that most people in the Facebook group, that specific Facebook group, are going to be okay. If they wanted to be invited, they can come and get an invite. So far, we've had 99.9% success chance with anybody who's been invited from the Facebook group. So if they're from the Facebook group, just tell them, log in, we'll invite you to guild. And yeah, we're at a point right now in the guild where, not that I remember all of your names after I meet you the first time, but I am able to meet pretty much everybody one by one as they join the guild. So if we do meet somebody who's a huge dickhead, um, I'm able to notice that very quickly. Um, Usually, if I have a problem with somebody, I can say, oh, okay, I'm gonna keep my eye on this person slash spying. So we should be okay from the Facebook standpoint. It's really just the looking for guild, that I'm gonna be a little bit cautious about, and yeah, take that kind of slow pace because it's tough to write and say, hey, we have all pretty much 85% female player base. I'm not gonna put that in my guild recruitment message, but it's kind of you know yeah. What's up? Yep. Hmm. Totally. Yep. 25 words or less. Hmm. Yeah, that we can kind of put out there. But we also, we take really good players too, like Nod or it's generally just more numbers. Just we want more members in general. It's not about. I mean, obviously we want to find a we want to find a nice person who isn't a dickhead who can be a part of this community. Of course. Yes. Oh, good. Yep. We just had such a blast. Yep. So it's just we could have two or three different raid groups per week if we had more people. And a lot of times too, this guild is more. We have people who are working, people who have careers. Obviously not Missil. Missil is just do nothing. But everybody else in the guild besides Missil has careers. You're busy. You think you're free on Tuesday, suddenly you're only busy on Sunday. You know what I mean? So it's tough to kind of put together a nice raid schedule for such a bobblehead kind of a schedule that we all have here. So and the different time zones, exactly. So the more people that we can just get in here, that's what I want to be recruiting just more. You know, we want them to fit that, nice person, not a dickhead. cool, chill, able to play, just have fun, like we've always been doing. As long as I can fit that, then I'd love, let's get more people in here. It's still my dream, no matter how stupid it sounds like. It's still my dream to get about 7 or 8 raid teams, which means like 40 people per raid team, like actually 40 different people, right? Have 7 or 8 raid teams. We all go in war mode 1 day a month, maybe 1 day every 6 months, whatever it happens to be, and we go and we storm Orgrimmar from 7 p.m. until as long as we can, and just wreak havoc. So that'd be really cool. That'd be kind of like a video that our guild could post that almost no other guild would have. Uh, yeah, exactly. So, um, the more the merrier. And we're getting to the point where we have Nod, we have Crowley, we have Missil, we have, Zelixa, we have, all these other players, and Penny and, Zinfidel. We have all these players. We got Benny, we got Beck, all these people know most of the fights. So we have people now who are, you know, we know the fights were good. It's like we've been doing raid, we've been doing mythic tens. We could easily be bringing more people in and getting them up to, not a hardcore, but a better gameplay level, just because we have, you know, that good upper management, I guess. How do you want to say it? I don't know, but you know what I mean. Like we could be bringing in a lot more people and making this bigger and bigger. And also, like you guys know, this is like the number one social community that you've ever been in. I've never been in a guild that has such a cool social Discord atmosphere. I mean, every single guild that I join in is the Discord is empty until maybe like 3 a.m. Finally, somebody's like, "Oh, I got to post because, like I say, I'm looking for a group. It's 3 a.m. Nobody's online," and that's like the only, you know, usage that you get out of Discord in a guild normally is just. I mean, there are some guilds that have cool Discords, but I just think that this one is like above and beyond. This is kind of something that we've been building it, and it's been going so great that this is something that we could, keep building. Yeah, keep building for years and years. It could just be, that I was joking at the beginning of our guild, but I always say, we're going to be world famous. We're going to be known worldwide because of how great we are already. So we could totally do it. Cool. All right. Anybody else interested in being an officer? Just totally pumped and excited. Just think it would be great for them. Life was great before, but now that you've been you could become an officer, life will be amazing. Anybody else? Oh, we'll put your name down on the list. That sounds good to me. No, not Crowley. Okay, we're gonna need a 75% vote here. 75% passing vote on this. I'm just teasing. Yeah, it's good. Well, sounds good. Well, and I'd like to be able to say, when people ask me, "Hey, do we have officers in the guild, and what do they do?" I usually just say, "Yes, we do," and I don't, like, yeah, they do stuff. Usually, I think. I don't know what they do actually. So I'd like to be able to not say that and be able to say something specific. Yes, our guild helper. What was that, Biz? Mm. Yep, that was definitely the whole idea in mind of putting this meeting together. I'm definitely gonna be. Yep, we'll do. I will definitely put together something like that. I have that in my other guild, um, so I'll definitely do that. Yep. Wait, well. Yep. Now that we're getting bigger to the point where officers are going to help Missile out a lot. I know, however you want to say it best. Officers definitely going to be good. Uh, yeah, exactly. You guys all do, and that's usually why I don't really make officers because I like to give out the feeling that everybody can be an officer. It's like if you can help out and you want to be a part of the team. You don't have to be an officer to be to do that. So I really wanted to, and we've done that. But we're just getting to the point where we're getting to such we do have so many people in here now that having more than just Missile as your higher up is going to be beneficial. So, um, the welcome wagon. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but we're definitely. Yeah, go on. Oh, I've heard about this. Exciting. hmm Exciting or dangerous, actually, as I've heard. Yeah, many people walk away from Penny's Playhouse sore and unable to get out of bed the next day, is what I heard. But yeah. So basically, if anything else, this meeting was more so to say that we're gonna have some officers soon, and I'll definitely be putting stuff in the Discord to show who has officer role and so on and so forth. And we should be able to get a few other people besides Missile who can do management here. And basically, you will be watched from every angle, everywhere, anytime, always. Good luck. Don't do anything weird. hmm Now that we have officers, they will tell me. Well, yeah, they tag me in general chat. Like that doesn't help. They got they got to message me, yo. They got to message. You got to use the messages system. Whenever I look at that. I tried yesterday so hard to go through. Scorny was like, "Yo, you gotta check out the general chat from like 1 p.m. or something like that." I'm like, "Okay." It took me like 3 minutes to scroll there, and then I'm reading it, and I'm like, "Why am I reading this?" I'm like reading it for 20 minutes. Yeah, I'm reading it for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, I've only gone from like 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And I'm like, how have I been reading for 20 minutes, and I've only gone from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. I don't even, and I'm like, I think I missed the whole thing that Scorny was even trying to point out to me because I don't know what the fuck. So, um, I love it, and I think it's great. Sometimes I just can't read all that stuff, and I'm not. Yeah, that's true. In the literally the past 3 days, I've been on very very late, so hopefully we'll get back into a normal. Yeah, which is crazy. So, okay, meeting's over. What was? What's up, Benny? What's up? Mm. Just in case there are some heated words between guildies that get thrown out there, which it's not that you're doing a bad job at self-moderating. It's that um, it would be nice. It'd be nice if you could. No, it makes sense. Yeah, no, obviously, adults can be adults, but sometimes you need hopefully like last time something happened, Missile threw in a few good words and it just everybody calmed down after that. It wasn't, you know, um yeah. Yeah, we just want to make sure that yeah, if so yeah. So if anybody yeah, you go. We just had something happen. What? Yeah. No, totally. But just being able for me to step in and say that one little thing that was just, I made a very general statement and it really kind of like just dispersed the heat and it was kind of all over. So we don't necessarily need to be stepping in and saying, "Hey, stop being a jerk." You could just at least you could step in and just make a comment and kind of like direct the focus, away from, a little heated conversation and kind of help out with that. But I'm also, if we're going to be recruiting from Facebook, if we're gonna okay, no problem. If we're gonna be recruiting from Facebook and we're gonna be recruiting from looking to Guild Finder, I really want to have people who are able to read and say, "Hey, look, Missil, look what this guy posted in the Discord. I don't know if he should be talking like that, or otherwise." Yeah, it's you know what? It's like if you're gonna be mean to somebody, you know, and it's gonna mess up their day, and they're suddenly gonna be feeling like shit because you're gonna be mean to them. It's not necessarily censorship, but it's like, hey, come on, man, do you have to be mean? It's like we can all use words here, and this is not the place for that. If you want to go on and you want to be mean to somebody and make fun of them, go find a new Discord. This is not the one. We are very good at making sure. Yeah, we are exactly. Yeah, and definitely, you're very sweet about it. And normally, you know what? The biggest way to resolve this is just if you can let me know, right, or anybody else, and I could just message the person and I can say, look, you're a little bit, over the top here. I get it. You can act that way with your friends who you've been besties with for 3 or 4 years. Calling them dickheads, calling them douchebags. How, like when Balder and I talk together, it's like you can do that with your best buddies, but if you just met somebody and you're using that kind of a tone, let's just step back and let's realize where you are. Mm-mm-mm. But just, if I can at least message them and say, look, just realize that this is not the crowd for that. Okay, please try to, be nicer about it. Whatever you got to do. Um, well, when somebody's feelings get hurt, it's not going to be hilarious. So that's the big thing that we want to. Yeah, no. Mhm. Honestly, definitely. Right. Honestly, sorry. Totally. Or, let's get in voice and, have a calm conversation about it and, go back and forth. But honestly, 200, like this is also too, like, you might not have noticed it because it didn't seem like, it did not seem obvious. To me, at least, I just saw it as, two little eighth graders going back and forth having a, you know, it didn't seem too blatant to me. But once somebody pointed it out, then suddenly I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, this isn't two eighth graders going back and forth. This is just one eighth grader and one adult. And so a lot of times you don't notice that it's happening. And that's why I want to be able to have an outlet for people to say, okay, you know, um, Scorny and Benny are going to be my Discord police woman, and if anything goes wrong, you can talk to them. They'll talk to Missil, and then we'll find a solution within 10 minutes. Whatever it may be. Yeah, no, that's just my example. Yeah. Yes, no problem. And you failed, so we're gonna make you walk the plank. Da-da, da-da, da-da. Lock the plank. We put all the sharks and they're all ready for you. Jump. Nope, no problem, no problem. I was thinking that also with Phaon, I think that Phaon as well stopped posting, so we'll figure it out. What was that? Who called that? Yeah. hmm And I mean, every single time this ever happens, um, I've always been good at this, where you might be yelling at somebody, but suddenly I put in two words, and like the world crashes around you, and you're like, wow, shit, I was yelling at this person for something stupid, you know. And I'm just very able to bring everybody back down to earth and say, let's all be friends. So I hope that other people who I make Discord police, whatever the role is gonna, whatever the name of it is gonna be, but hopefully they can take care of it. Otherwise, if they can at least say, yo, Missil, looks like something's going down, what's up, check it out, and then we can take care of it immediately. you know um, an admin, exactly. Yeah, just you know yeah. hmm Yeah, but so whoever we have as the admin, I would really like them to put a shout out to me and tell me what's going on immediately. You know, um, most times I can get somebody into voice chat, or I can figure it out and have a personal message or conversation with the guy, and it'll be taken care of. You know, with no hard feelings, anything like that. You might even get a good apology out of it too. So I'm extremely good at that. I'm not saying that anybody else is bad at it. It's just, let's take care of it that way. Let's have admins who can realize when shit goes down, and you can always message Missil. I mean, we only have like 30 people here, so the whole guild isn't here, but you can always message me and say, look, I think that somebody said some mean words to me. I don't know how to handle it. Whatever it can be. So let's try and do that. Um, Damn. We have not had that happen in our guild. We're discussing about another guild who did this. Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, um, all all we're trying to do is just get out some awareness that we're looking like we're going to be going into a bigger guild here. We're going to probably be most likely recruiting in the next 2 weeks, kind of a good amount, and I want to be able to have that administrator base, where we have our team and our crew who we can look out for each other, and whoever else could be new, and whatever else is going to be happening in the future. hmm It's not that's more like saying, you can't, I can't, I made an amazing drawing of a penis. I can't share it with anybody. I mean, at your own expense here. Hmm. Well, why don't you say something like, "Hey, I just finished my amazing piece of art here on my artwork. Is it okay?" That was not on the recording here of the Discord I mean of the meeting. Yeah, the pre-show. Yep. And then I of course messed up by I did the foreplay. Yes. I made the recording and I forgot to click my mic button for like the first like 8 minutes, so whatever. I'll just Mhm. All right, that's everything though. Yeah, you guys ready to do a raid? You guys all still want to do a raid? Me, I don't even use wine glasses. I just use like the giant glass. Yeah, I heard that I heard that Zin just has a whole case of it too. Yeah, just a giant case. Oh, you're such a great guy. You the best. Because I love you, baby. Because I love you, girl. Just want to make sure you're always taken care of. Cookies? What kind of cookies? I'm gonna. That sounds good. Hmm. Also, my add-ons all reset, so I'm gonna be like cursing. If I just start randomly cursing, like I can't see my screen, DBM has covered everything. Uh, I did not fix all my add-ons tonight. Sorry about that. Oh my god, I did it yesterday, and like after like 2 hours, I just gave up. Yes, please do. I'm kidding. Hmm. Yeah, I'm flying out. Let's do it. I'm inviting. Sorry, wait a minute. I don't know. No, where's the world quest for the toy? Welcome. So, Biz, what happened with your D&D group? Did they all were they able to handle you not being there? Oh, okay. Hmm. No, Biz, no. Please come. I'll give like a short little explanation. Hmm. No, I've been doing it. I did it last time. You were here last time.